Hello there guys, and welcome to another virtual walk around here at the Emerald House of Cars. Now today we are joined by this gorgeous Mercedes-Benz A200D AMG Line Premium Plus. Now you'll be aware, if you're a Mercedes-Benz fan, that the Premium Plus is the signature model with a top spec other than going for a big AMG Direct. Now I'm going to give you all the reasons why you should definitely think about taking this car home. So starting off looking at this, you can see that you have of course got your LED high performance headlights with LED daytime runners. Moving down, you can see that gorgeous calcite white. It's a real solid colour, but it gives you a real nice glossy effect, and that's even more further enhanced, especially against the night pack as well. You've got your front parking sensors, you've got your honeycomb grille, you've got your gloss black front splitter as part of the AMG pack, and you've got the gorgeous sweeping diamond pendant grille with a large chrome tri-star with the gloss black styling as well. And you can see, as a car, it really is one that is a head turner. These are such cool little things, and they're really efficient on fuel as well, being the diesel engine. So that means you don't have to compromise one or the other. Now moving down, you've got the 18-inch AMG black gloss multi-spoke diamond cut alloy wheels. And you can also see you've got the black Mercedes-Benz caliper just behind as well. Moving down, you've got the AMG styling, which is of course the flared signature side skirts, and you've got the lovely sweeping groove on the door, which gives it a real nice curve and a real statement look. Now you've also got the gloss black just on your A-pillars here, you've got the gloss black on your mirrors, and you've got the D-chrome window surround, and the black roof, which again is part of the night pack. You've got tinted privacy glass, gloss black B-pillars, and of course the sliding electronically operated panoramic roof, and this here is your wind deflector. Now you can see it's a really choice selection of leather inside, one that is definitely going to create controversy, but Mercedes-Benz are elegant, they're classy, they're refined, they're luxurious, and that optional extra, the leather, cost £900 from factory. So for me, it's a big yes, because I think brown looks killer. Now what you've also got is your tinted sea glass here, and you've got your gloss black lip spoiler with your built-in high level light as well. And you can see moving down, you've got the real nice rear parking sensors, you've got the aerodynamic, just the venting system, and you've got your gloss black with your dual chrome twin exit exhaust system just there as well. Now moving up, the boot, obviously if you click it, isn't electronic, you do have to lift it up yourself, and you're greeted by quite a respectable and reasonably sized boot as well. It's not going to be big enough to get in pushchairs and strollers, but you can easily get in any shopping, luggage or suitcases. And underneath you've also got another little bit of storage where you can see you've got some tools, and you've got further bits to hide those presents for Christmas. Now it's not an electronic boot, you will have to pull it down just like that. Now moving around the other side as well, you can see that there's no dinks, no dents, no marks, no indentations. It's a really nice, clean, well looked after car, and again one that really does turn heads on Britain's roads. They were very popular for a reason, and now that Mercedes-Benz have combined effortless style, great fuel economy and super luxurious interiors, what else could you ask for in a car? It literally does everything. But speaking of the interiors, we're now going to head on inside and show you what this A200D has to offer you as its potential new owner. So moving inside, no doubt the first thing you see is that hazelnut brown interior. Again, it's one that will really divide opinion, but I actually think it looks so good. I mean, you imagine spending £900 for somebody to moan, and then when they see it they have to eat their words because it looks absolutely killer. I think brown leather, myself, my own opinion is that it really does give it that luxurious, bespoke statement feel, and that's exactly what a Mercedes-Benz should make you feel like. But you put that across with all the features of the Premium Plus, your heated seating, you've obviously got your sat nav, you've got your flat bottom multifunction steering wheel, you've got every single thing on here that you would like. So we'll start off just looking at the door card. So what you can see here is that we have got the electronic memory seating just here, the deadlock, we've got that hazelnut brown leather with the black contrast stitching, and we've also got your electronic windows and electronically operated mirrors. And moving down here, we have got the illuminated Mercedes-Benz door inlay as well, just down there. And moving up from there, you can see you've got your sports pedals. I do apologise about the bit of the gravel. It's very wet here. We've got a gravelly car park, and I'm afraid it can't be helped. You've also got your real nice 3D perforated plastic here with your chrome styling. You've got engine start, stop, your push button start, your parking brake, and your fog light and headlights. Now moving on, the flat bottom Napa leather steering wheel also has that real nice perforated leather. Not only does it look good, but it gives you an enhanced grip and a total reassurance that when you're driving, you're not going to lose control, or you're not going to have your hands come off the wheel in wet weather. And in the rear, just before we get in, you can see you've got that real nice sports bolster seating as well. You've got ISOFIX in there, and for a car of its size, the legroom isn't actually all that bad. You see you've got the AMG mats, and it really is a classy place to be. So, getting in, you can see as well, part of the Premium Plus, you do obviously get the exclusive leather on here as part of the Hazelnut package, what they've gone for, and that's the black leather with the gorgeous hazelnut brown stitching. Again, it's a real nice design that just takes it to that next level of elegance and refinement. And that echoes all the way across behind your tablet media system. Goes really nice onto the Hazelnut dashboard there, and goes right the way across into your second door card. Now, the instrument cluster itself, part of the AMG line, you obviously get the checkered flag instrument cluster, which again is just a tip of the cap and almost a nod to the heritage of the AMG brand. You've got your white font and you've got your red contrast needles, and when we turn it on, you'll see that contrary to popular belief, it's not all that noisy. Now, a lot of people worry with the diesels that they sound like tractors, or that they're concerned that they're going to be too loud, they're not going to sound any good, but it's just not the case. These are actually quite quiet now compared to the older version, and it's just something again that Mercedes have really listened to their loyal fan base, and they've really gone to town to make sure that there's no concerns. Now, you can also see you've got a digital display in the middle. That is controlled from the buttons on the left-hand side of the steering wheel, and you've got your options. So we're currently on trip computer, and you can get your mileage, which of course is just a shade over 40,000. You've got your range, your consumption, you've got your eco display, and you've got your trip reset here, and obviously you've got your reset from your recent journey. Now you can see on an average of 11,942 mile at 30 miles an hour, you get an average of 44.1, which is pretty incredible for a modern car. And if you go off there, you can also see you've got your navigation, which gives you any instructions or info on the route that you're currently on. You've got your audio, which is Bluetooth, your media streaming, your radio, your CD, and you've also got here your Bluetooth telephone, and you've got your assistance. Now, if you click on the assistance graphic, it will bring up a virtual road, and it will just inform you of any information, obstacles, or directions that you need to follow. You've also got attention assist, which obviously is when the car measures how long you've been driving for, and it will recommend a break and get a Costa coffee and a Greggs sausage roll. You've also got ESP, which is of course your electronic stability program, and what that means is that your traction will be turned off and you can have a little bit more fun from the rear end. You've also got brake assist, so that just means that the car will actively help and assist with your braking. You've got your attention assist as well, which we have covered. And the most important one is of course service. So if you click on here, you can change your tyre pressures, or you can go on Assist Plus, and that will tell you which service is due and in how long. And you can see this one isn't due for just under a year. Now, what else you've got on there as well, you can click on settings, you can change your instrument cluster display, you can change your lighting, so you've got your daytime runners. You've also got on there your vehicle settings, so you can change your speed limit for your winter tyres, your automatic door locks, the noise if you want it to be loud when it locks. A lot of people don't because they like the security of knowing it's locked, but people from the outside don't. And you've got your convenient features such as auto folding mirrors and other things such alike. You've also got your factory settings there, of which you can restore and reset it to. Now, another funky gizmo that Mercedes have done, but can be quite confusing, is the one stalk. So what that means is everything is controlled on the left-hand indicator stalk, from your wipers, you've got your wash, and of course you've got your rear wipers, but you've also got your lighting, which you can see here for your high beam, and you've got your indicators as well. And that's because on the right stalk, that is your gearbox. No longer is it there where you used to be and you could do it up and down and you can play with the manual. Because this is an automatic box, what it means is this is now your gearbox. So it's easier to use, but as I say, with every single Mercedes, do not get confused and click that up when you're driving at speed down the motorway, because you are going to have many invoices and a big bill to pay at the end, because you will have chewed your transfer box. So what this basically means is foot on the brake. You can see if you click it into P, we're currently in park. If you click it down to D, you're now in drive. So what that means is that you're in the standard mode now for driving, and you've got it as well. You've got the C just up here, which means you're in comfort. To put it in reverse, push it all the way up, and you'll know when, because your parking sensors will beep, and you'll have your reverse camera load up as well automatically. If you want it in neutral, you flick it down. If you want to park it, this silver gizmo here, click that, you'll hear it engage, your handbrake will come on, and now you're in park. So again, please do not mess with that when you're driving unless you know what you're doing. Now on there we did mention paddle shift, so of course you've got these. So this is the best way to drive for me in any car if it's got them available. Basically when you're driving, you can flick into it at any time and you can put it in drive, and then if you change it, you can see it flicks to M1 on the dash, and that means you're in manual. Basically what you can do, you can decide on how high you rev the car. So instead of it getting to 3,000 revs and changing automatically, you can get it all the way to 5 and then change nice and sharp and swift. Gives you that more total control and race car feel almost. But you go right hand one, that goes up, the plus, and the left hand one comes down the gears as well. Now on the opposite side of the steering wheel, you do of course have your voice control, your volume control, your mute, and your Bluetooth telephone control. Now, media unit, the bit that everybody loves. It's very similar to having an iPad plonked in the middle of your dash, but it's something that really works. So you can see that you've got your Garmin SD sat-nav, which is of course that SD card right there. And being Garmin, it is obviously a class-leading media system which can't really be beaten. Really simple to use. So if you do click on the map, click on destination entry, and you can see you've got all these different options, as Mercedes do with everything. It's super thorough and really in depth. Now what else you can do, you can also get on to the radio from there, and all this is controlled using this little gizmo here, very similar to the iDrive on a BMW. Now you can see you've got your wave band, you've only got FM and AM, you don't have DAB on this radio. So if you're a boring dad like me and you want Talk Sport, it's 10:53 AM. Now you've also got your media, so you can see you've got many different options when it comes to media. And if you do click on there, you'll be able to load them up. You can see you've got Bluetooth, you've got your disc, memory card, you've got your media interface, and you've got your other Bluetooth audio too. You, of course, speaking of Bluetooth, have your mobile phone, click connect device, such as Jessica did, and you're able to connect your car and you'll be ready to chat on the go. Now, if you click on vehicle, you can see you can get into vehicle settings, you can change the locator illumination, the interior and exterior lighting delay, the ambient lighting colour. So this one does have the multicolour option, being a premium plus, but we of course want it emerald green. Now you can see where that is, you can have it bright, you can have it dark, and you can see where your interior welcome light is as well. Now your locator illumination, you can turn it on or off, and what that basically means is when you unlock your car, that'll click on so it's easier for you to spot. Now you've got dynamic select, so this is only the individual mode because it is part of the drive select mode. Now to configure this, you can change things such as your engine, so you can have it in manual mode, which is of course your gearbox on your flappy paddle, eco, comfort or sport. Obviously each one has their own characteristics. Steering, you can have comfort or sport, sport being more responsive, and you can have your start stop on or off, which I would always turn off, and you can have your climate control on comfort or eco. Now for me, I would have the drive in manual, and that would be my setup to get the most the fantastic diesel engine that this A200 has. You can click on your consumption and that will give you a bar chart in 15-minute intervals of how well you're driving. You can get on your owner's manual for any queries, you can change your time, and that is around everything on that sub menu. What you can also do is click on system settings and change your favourites, your volumes, your language, your display, your rear view camera. You can change if it's activated as soon as you put your rear gear on, or you can open the camera cover. Bluetooth, you've got your import and export for all your contacts, and you've got your setup assistant and reset also. Now moving down from there, you can see just around the hazelnut brown perforated plastic, you've got the gorgeous chrome X design air vents. To use these, you simply turn them to where you need it and angle them. They're really easy to use once you've got to grips with not having it on a normal fan. And down there you've got the chrome encasing the black plastic here with your old school setup of everything we've just been through. But what it'll do is it'll do it easier for those who don't like using the iDrive. And you can see you've got your CD, you've got your SD card, and you can turn your device on or off using that button just there. This, for the millennials, is an old school dial pad. You can use it to put your track number on a CD, which for the millennials is a CD that contains music that you put in there, and we used to listen to it back in the good old days of the year 2000. Or you can dial a phone number with this and get in touch with your bestie. Now you've also of course got heated seats for the passenger and the driver, and you've got your dynamic select mode, which you'll see if you click on, comes up in the instrument cluster. You've got comfort, sport, individual or eco. Now what else that does, if it will come up on this screen, you can see it gives you an Optum little graphic here, and the eco is green, you've got your comfort in blue, and you've got your sport in solar. And then you've got your individual in purple. You've also got auto start stop, audible parking sensors, and that really does sum up the last little bit just here. Now what you have got down here, of course, as well, you can see you've got your air conditioning, and that just means you've got dual zone climate control, so we can turn this one right the way down and this one right the way up for her and for him. What you can also do, you can change off zone and you can sync it so there's one temperature throughout the car, or you can click on auto and that will automatically set the air conditioning to the level it thinks is required. Temperature can be changed by turning the dials, and you've got your front windscreen, your rear windscreen, and you've got the distribution of air as well. And now you've got the options, of course, to change and alter where the air is distributed to. You can turn aircon off, and you can have recirculate on there as well. And under there you of course got the little lift up lid with your 12-volt charger and ashtray, but of course you'd never smoke in a car, would you, because that's just a dirty bad habit. And under here you of course got further storage just in the little tray there. You've got a dual zone cup holder with your first little bit of ambient lighting, and you've got your iDrive controller just there as well. And on here you can see you've got your armrest that lifts up, and that's got your two media USB interfaces just here to allow you to stream your audio and different devices. Now what you can also see on there is you've got that gorgeous black leather with a brown contrast stitching as well, which just gives it that real cool feature, and it just really does give it a real luxurious feel to the car. So there is that leather, half perforated. It just looks incredible. So that really is everything that I can tell you about this A200D, other than the fact that of course every car here at Emerald is treated to the 128 point check prior to retailing. And what that means, guys, is that every car here at Emerald is serviced when it comes in, just to save any cross contamination of oil or confusion on the products used. If there's less than 6 months remaining on the MOT, we'll put a new one on there for you. And of course our guys in our on-site RAC approved workshop are vastly experienced in both bodywork and mechanics. We do offer finance and we welcome part exchange, so if you do have any queries regarding the car, its history or the video itself, do please get in touch with us and we'll be more than happy to help.